What's going on, YouTube? So I'm putting out these documentaries, a day in the life, right? And before I'm releasing them all, because I'm telling you right now, it's a lot, and I'm still working on it. You can't put, 12 to 16 hours of a person's day on one video. No, you can't do that. So I'm breaking it up. But as I'm putting each one, I'm reading comments of people. But here's one comment I want to address, and I want to ask you guys a question. Do you get 8 hours of sleep? Now, let me tell you why I asked you that question. First of all, I don't care about sleep. I'll tell you why. Sleep to me is something that you use to rest up and to keep moving on with tasks. Eating to me is something that you use to put in your body for protein. You get your nutrients, you get all these different things, and it gives you energy to keep moving on. But those who abuse food are fat. Those who abuse sleep are poor. Let me explain what I'm saying. If you study the greats, Winston Churchill, John F. Kennedy, I want you to type in famous people and naps. Because here's what people don't understand. A 20-minute nap is powerful. Powerful. And some of you don't take it during the day. Like some people said, when you woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning that time, you look tired. I was tired. But after I took my shower and was ready to get ready to go in for prayer, I was ready to go. I had the energy. I was up. Boom. Don't last but a few minutes. But this 8 hours of sleeping, first of all, let's talk about something. You're already spending, for those of you who have jobs, you're already spending 8 hours working on someone else's dream. You come home and spend very little time with your family. Spend very little time on working for yourself, building your own dream. And then you sleep 8 hours in the night. Look, guys, correct me if I'm wrong here. Average span of life is, let's say, anywhere from, 65 to 75 years old. If you live longer than that, good for you. But that's it. So, if you don't have $1,000 in your emergency fund, if you have debt, you have 2 cars sitting outside that you're barely paying for, a home that is so big that every time the mortgage payment comes in every month, you're afraid to open the bill, you're afraid to send it. You live in paycheck to paycheck. You're always eating out. You have no retirement, and you're in your 50s or you're in 35 and you haven't even started anything. You say things like, "Oh, I have time. I go." How do you have the right to sleep? How dare you sleep when your family doesn't have $1,000 in emergency fund? You have no money in the bank. You spend your time watching playoffs, reality shows, and the list just goes on and on. Video games. And you want to, "Oh, it's 10 o'clock. It's time for bed. I need to get in bed and snuggle in and get my 8 hours. Really? You're the same person that if somebody brings up business in a setting, you're like, "Stop talking about business all the time. Or stop talking about money all the time," or whatever. How can you? I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, and I've talked to people from all over the world with all different types of financial situations. And here's the funny thing I found out though. The people with the less money work the less. Work the least. Right? They don't have good habits. They're concentrating on the 8 hours of sleep. Time to go to bed. No. You go to bed falling asleep. Hear what I'm saying? You go to bed when your pen is like this and you're boom. When you're working on your project and you're boom. When you're reading the book that's giving you great sustenance and it's helping you and you fall asleep in the book. You go to sleep praying. You go to sleep doing something powerful. That's going to make you change. 8 hours of sleep. We've heard studies say, well, we've heard that 8 hours of sleep, people live longer. Then they come back, well, we heard that people with 8 hours of sleep actually blah, blah, blah. And listen, then we heard that the power of naps, people can actually don't need 8 hours. They actually can survive off of 4 to 5 hours of sleep. Ask Jay Leno, who sleeps 4 hours a day. Ask people like Thomas Edison, who at times would stay up 72 hours and take short naps and sleep in his clothes that he was ready to do work in and wake up and get right back to work. Talk to great artists who had the spoon technique. They would hold a spoon in their hand and they would take a nap, and as soon as that spoon hits the floor, boom, they wake up and they have fresh new energy and they start back working again. These are people who had passion. So continue to sleep your 8 hours. Continue to do this behavior and see where you get. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who actually do their 8 hours and do things, but they have great time management. And I have great time management, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I have extra hours to work on some things that I need to work on. So one day, I may not have to do this behavior. But really, the funny thing with me is, and I'm going to leave you with this, is this. I don't like sleep. I love what I do. I love learning information. I love finding out different things. I love that. So when I go to sleep, when I get any chance to wake up, I'm like, oh, okay, can I do it now? Where some people go to sleep and they hate to hear that freaking alarm clock. So let's chime in on this. Let's have a debate. Let's talk about it. My subscribers, I know, are some of the most passionate people out there. You guys definitely have your own opinion. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching this channel. And until next time, signing off.